Hello, so we're going to be starting talking about creating fictional stories, short stories and things like that in creative writing. And so fiction is the part that we're starting. And specifically today, we're going to talk about creating unique and interesting characters. I've heard it said, and I agree, about several books where people say, you know what, that story was really good, but those characters were just boring. Or I could not connect with the character, or I didn't understand the character. So we're going to talk today about how you can create interesting and unique characters. So one of the things that you can do when creating a character is think about people you know. Okay, so think about people you know. Think about people who are interesting. You can base characters off of people you know. Maybe they have an interesting appearance. I have one friend who has short blue hair and she changes the style, goodness, every couple of weeks or so. So her hair is always really interesting. So maybe I would create a character who has hair that changes all the time. And maybe that character has to behave the way that the hair changes. Yeah, I don't know, that's just off the top of my head. So their appearance, or maybe a habit that they have, it could be a habit. Maybe you have a friend who does something over and over and over. One of the things that I do when I get into, when I go to my house is I lock my door. I lived in a big city, and so it was dangerous to leave your house unlocked. And so whenever I go inside, I lock my doors. Well, now I live way out in the country and there's not too many people around, so it wouldn't be a big deal if I did leave my door unlocked sometimes, but I lock it every time because I'm so used to doing it. It's a habit that I have. So maybe I could write a character that has a habit of left over from something in their past. All right, so you can think about people that you know. The next thing you can do is listen. I like to eavesdrop on conversations around me, and you never know what you're going to hear. Sometimes a little bit of overheard conversation can give you a starting point for a character. We actually just went to McDonald's today, and there were some people in the booth behind us that were talking about I would say their school and things that were going on at their school, and they were talking about the coach. And so maybe that would make me think, oh, I could do a coach, somebody who's completely obsessed with winning, and that can give me some ideas. So listening to conversations around you can help give you ideas. Now, not being all like sneaky about it, but if you happen to hear some as you walk by, it can give you a good starting place. Another place that you can get interesting characters is unlikely pairings. And what I mean by unlikely pairings are mix and match things that don't normally go together. I was just talking about a football player. Maybe you could have like a little Tinkerbell fairy character who also plays football. Those don't normally go together. How about a princess that's a bug? Or a really fierce rabbit. A lot of times we think of rabbits are cute and fuzzy and nice, but maybe there's a really fierce one. Or it wants to be really fierce. So you can do unlikely pairings. Think of things that don't go together and put them together. All right? And then there's another one called strengths and weaknesses. Now this can be strengths and weaknesses in one character or multiple characters. There is a movie out that is about two people who have superpowers. Now one of them is what we would consider a strength. He is super strength and he's like indestructible. And then there's a guy who's the complete opposite. And like his bones break very easily. He has to be taken care of by other people because he doesn't have energy. So they are opposite characters. Or it could be all in one. So maybe it's a person who has very passionate beliefs, but maybe they have a really short temper and they get angry super easy. Okay? So that can create a unique character as well. And then the last one, I barely have room, is use a character questionnaire. And this is just a basic form that has several questions. I'm actually going to link to one as part of your assignment, and it's going to have questions like, what is the character's name, age, where are they from, where were they born, where did they grow up, where are they at now, do they have any siblings, do they have hobbies? So once you really figure out everything that you can about your character, it makes it a lot easier to write your story about the character. So I'm going to share that questionnaire, and I want you to create 2 different characters using one of these methods, okay? You can use the questionnaire that I send you, or you can use one of these other ones, but I want you to turn it in. I'll have the assignment on here, and so I want you to create 2 unique characters based on create 2 characters based on 2 different ones of these. So you can't use the same one twice, okay? Can't do 2 questionnaires. It has to be a questionnaire and thinking about people you know, or something along those lines, okay? So I'll have that assignment on here, and I can't wait to see the characters that you create.